Under 50, life moves on rails. After 50, the tracks end, and the map you've used for decades stops making sense. No one teaches you how to start over when the kids are gone, the job is done, or the person you planned forever with isn't there. You look around and feel late to your own life. Here's the twist that most people miss. You're not late, you're unbooked. That's different. Unbooked means open. It means the next move is yours. Today, I'll give you 5 steps that work in real life, with a 30-day starter plan at the end. No fluff, no rah-rah. Just actions that stop the spinning and point you forward. And yes, step 3 is the one that hurts, but it's the hinge the whole door swings on. The first step is ending the old script, not ripping it up in anger, ending it with intention. For decades, you played roles: partner, parent, provider, peacemaker. Those roles shaped your calendar and your identity. When one ends, it feels like failure, even if you didn't choose the ending. That feeling is normal. Give it respect, but don't build a home inside it. For 7 days, run what I call a story detox. When someone asks about the past, answer honestly in 1 or 2 lines, then change the subject to something you're doing this week. No long origin stories, no greatest hits of pain. The point isn't to deny what happened, it's to stop rehearsing it. Rehearsal hardwires you to the life you claim you've left. Close the chapter the same way a good book does, with a clean period and a white page after it. And yes, people will try to keep you in the old plot. They liked the you they could predict. That's their comfort, not your job. Here's a practical way to close the chapter. A 3-box audit. Everything in your life, habits, subscriptions, committees, recurring lunches, even the clothes that carry a story, goes into keep, close, or carry forward. Keep is what still fits the person you're becoming. Close is what exists only because you're scared to face the quiet if it's gone. Carry forward is a select few things you'll bring into Act 2, on purpose, stripped of baggage. This isn't a 1-hour sort. It's a week of small decisions, 20 minutes a day. Expect resistance. The mind loves old furniture, even when it hurts your back. But watch what happens when you free the space. The anxiety doesn't grow, it relaxes. That's the tell you're moving in the right direction. And here's the hook. Once the old script stops running, a tough question walks in. If you aren't your past roles, how will you measure a good day now? That question is step 2. You need a new scoreboard. At 25, the scoreboard was obvious. Promotions, raises, milestones, what other people clapped for. At 50 plus, the applause is quieter, and the price of faking it gets higher. So define winning in your own terms. Write down 5 results that matter for the next year. Peace you can feel in your body, a level of health that doesn't steal your days, a cash buffer that lets you say no, one relationship that adds light, work that carries some meaning. Then translate each result into a system. Get Fit becomes walk 20 minutes by 8 a.m. Fix Money becomes automatic €50 transfer every Friday. Make Friends becomes 1 coffee a week with someone forward-looking. Systems beat mood. Mood comes and goes. Systems don't ask how you feel. And here's a quick test that exposes lies. The Saturday test. If your Saturdays don't look like your values, your week is theater. Make one small Saturday change now, and your weekdays will follow it. You might say, I know what I value. I still can't get moving. That's because step 3 is in the way. You're pouring energy into holes. This is the painful step everyone avoids, and it's why so many restarts stall after 2 weeks. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer drains. Make a no list for the next 30 days. No midnight doom scrolling. No news diet that spikes your stress before breakfast. No just one more drink that steals tomorrow's morning. No automatic yes to people who use you as their emergency exit. No self-talk that sounds like an enemy living rent-free in your head. Pick a sleep window and protect it like rent. Same time to bed, same time up, 7 days. Get morning light for 10 minutes. Hydrate before caffeine. Walk daily, even if it's short. Remove the 3 most tempting apps from your home screen and put them behind an extra step. Unfollow 2 accounts that keep you angry. Call it boring if you want. Boring is where the power hides. Without this step, the rest is a pep talk. With it, the rest becomes simple because your brain finally has signal instead of static. Now, once your leaks are sealed even a little, you need a spark. Step 4 is curiosity. People don't grow old because of candles on a cake. They grow old when they stop being curious. Curiosity is cheap fire, and it's available daily. Pick one skill for usefulness and one for joy. Useful might be digital skills, personal finance, storytelling, consulting, or a language for travel and work. Joy might be guitar, watercolor, hiking trails, tango, or chess. Follow the two-project rule. One public, one private. The public project creates accountability and connection. You'll share a tiny piece of your progress once a week with a real person or a small group. The private project is play. No one gets a vote. That balance keeps you honest and makes growth feel like life, not homework. And keep the stakes low. Micro bets beat big declarations. Join one local group, book one mini trip, take one short course, finish one small thing fast so your brain remembers the flavor of progress. That taste pulls you forward. This is where many restarts crash into the wall of self-talk. Step 5 is the voice in your head. You've heard it for decades. Too late, too old, too complicated. Who do you think you are? That voice isn't wisdom, it's repetition. You don't argue with repetition, you overwrite it. Use identity statements. I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself. I'm the kind of person who starts small and shows up daily. I'm the kind of person who lets results be boring until they're impressive. Then add implementation intentions. If it's 7 a.m., I walk. If I feel the evening spiral, I text one friend instead of scrolling. If someone tries to drag me back into old drama, I say, I'm not the right person for this, and leave. And upgrade your circle. Sit with people who expect the future from you, not the past. You don't need cheerleaders. You need mirrors, friends who reflect your potential back to you and don't let you shrink. Let's make this real with a 30-day starter plan that slots into a regular life. Keep every daily block to 20 minutes. That cap is the secret. It makes your brain say, yes. Week 1 is clear. Do the 3-box audit. Keep, close, carry forward. Cancel one subscription. Step down from one committee. Retire one routine that belongs to your past roles. And let one piece of memorabilia go. Run the story detox. When the past comes up, answer short and pivot to something you're building now. Keep a simple log of what you cleared each day. Nothing fancy, just proof you're moving. Week 2 is energy. Set your sleep window and protect it. Get outside within an hour of waking. Drink water before coffee. Walk daily. 15 to 20 minutes counts. Write your no list and put it somewhere you'll see often. This is the week most people skip because it's not glamorous. Don't skip it. Track how you feel on a 1-10 scale every evening. You'll notice something within days, more steadiness. That steadiness is what buys you action. Week 3 is build. Choose your 2 projects, one useful, one joyful. Enroll in something simple, beginner-friendly, and finite. 2 sessions a week is enough. Tell one person what you're doing and when you'll show them a tiny outcome. Post one small update publicly if that helps you stay honest. This is where curiosity turns into momentum, and momentum is contagious. Keep the sessions short, and while you still want to do more, that trick turns tomorrow's session into something you look forward to instead of another obligation. Week 4 is share and decide. Share a small artifact of your progress, a page you wrote, a photo set, a new recipe, a short recording, a summary of what you learned. Don't perform, just share. Then decide one next step for the coming month. Extend the class, plan a trip, volunteer once a week, help someone with your new skill, or formalize a small routine that worked. You're building a chain, link by link, where the new identity proves itself through repeated action. That's how belief grows. Evidence first, confidence second. Now let's be blunt about the traps. There are 3 that ambush almost everyone. The first is nostalgia. It edits the past into a highlight reel and paints the present as broken by comparison. When nostalgia starts lying, answer with specifics. Write down 3 ways life is easier now. Maybe it's quiet mornings, more control of your time, or the freedom to say no without blowing up your whole world. Those specifics cut through the fog. The second trap is comparison. Don't measure your chapter 2 against someone else's chapter 10. Your job is progress, not performance. If you keep the 20-minute cap and the weekly share, progress is guaranteed. The third trap is all or nothing thinking. You miss one day and call the whole project a failure. Replace that with a 2-day rule. Never miss twice. If you do, Restart with the smallest possible action. The restart muscle is more valuable than the discipline you wish you had. You may also worry about money while you rebuild. That's valid. Here's a calm approach that doesn't wreck your nervous system. Build a tiny cash buffer target, maybe 1 month of essential bills, and automate a weekly transfer, even if it's small. Pair that with a micro income test. List 3 skills you already have that could help one specific person, then offer a simple fixed price service to one real person in your circle or community. Not a business plan, a test. If it lands, repeat. If not, adjust. The point is to put your future on rails you create, not to win the lottery of motivation. Another fear is loneliness. When roles shift, social maps fall apart. That's not a sign you're broken. It's a sign you're between chapters. Be intentional for 90 days. Join one recurring group where attendance is expected. Book club, language circle, walking group, volunteer shift. Reciprocity grows in recurring spaces, not one-off bursts. And talk to people as if they're already part of your future, not guardians of your past. You'll be surprised how quickly the right connections assemble when you're moving. Let's add some friction removers you can install today. Future-proof your mornings. Set out clothes. Place shoes by the door. Prep water on the counter. Write tomorrow's one action on a sticky note before bed. Future-proof your evenings. Set an alarm 2 hours before sleep that says, land the plane. That means screens down, lights lower, mind quiet. Put your phone to charge in another room. You're not weak if you need to make temptation harder. You're smart. Environment beats willpower every time. You might ask, what if I don't know what I want? Fair question. Don't wait for clarity to begin. Let action reveal preferences. Try 3 small things for 2 weeks each. Keep the one that makes time move fast and the day feel lighter afterward. That sensation, lighter afterward, is a compass. It's more honest than your brain when it's anxious. And remember, the point of a restart isn't to rebuild your old life with better wallpaper. It's to build a life that actually fits your current truth. Sometimes that truth is simple. Fewer people, slower mornings, work you can leave at the desk, and more time in places where your shoulders drop. Where can this plan fail? It fails if you treat it like a podcast, not a practice. It fails if you try to drag old identities into new rooms. It fails if you let perfect be the enemy of done. Expect messy days. Expect dips. Expect to forget why you started. That's normal. The safety net is small, repeatable actions that don't need you to be a hero. 20 minutes, 1 share a week, 1 tiny decision each night that makes tomorrow easier. You can do that even on bad days, especially on bad days. Let's circle back to the 5 steps you're installing, because repetition here is useful when it's about action, not drama. End the old script. Redefine winning with systems, not slogans. Plug the drains so energy sticks around. Reclaim curiosity with 2 projects, public and private. Rewrite the voice in your head and sit with people who expect your future. Tidy it all together with the 4-week plan and the 2-day rule. That's the engine. It's not loud, it's steady, and steady beats intense every time. One more thing for the skeptics. And you should be a skeptic. You may think, if it were this simple, I'd have done it. Simple isn't the same as easy, but complexity was the trap that kept you stuck. The point of this plan is to be simple enough to survive real life. Grief can sit next to a 20-minute walk. Uncertainty can sit next to a 10-minute course video. Loneliness can sit next to a weekly coffee that you schedule before you feel like it. You don't need a perfect mindset to act. Action builds the mindset you want. If you've listened this far, take 10 minutes after this video. Do the first brick. Write your 3-box list titles on a sheet of paper. Put 1 thing in close and 1 thing in carry forward. Put your shoes by the door. Set a sleep window alarm. Text 1 person who pulls you forward and say, coffee next week? My treat. Momentum loves proof more than promises. Give it proof tonight. And if a quiet voice is still asking, isn't it too late? Answer it with the only line that matters. It's too late to be the person you were pretending to be. It is not too late to be the person you actually are. The page is blank. The pen is in your hand. 5 steps. 30 days. Not a new life. Something better. A new direction. Start small. Start now. Start over. And keep going until the new story feels like home. Then, when it does, don't stop. Because the best part of a second act is that you get to write a third if you want to. If this helped, stay with me here. We'll keep building practical restarts together, one honest step at a time. And tomorrow morning, when habit tries to pull you back, remember the simplest promise you can make. I don't need to feel ready. I just need to begin. That's enough. That's always enough.